Hello everybody and welcome to iDPS. iDPS means I diagnose and prefer solutions. My name is Olumayowa Victor Ogunshola, and today I will be talking about something important for everybody, whether you are a student anywhere in the world, or whether you are an entrepreneur anywhere in the world, or whether you are working in some organization anywhere in the world. At one point or the other, we all need to manage risk. So today I will be talking about risk management, as you see. So I think we should be excited. So we will look at the definition of risk management, and we will look at a 6-step approach to managing risk. If you come with me to the whiteboard, let's do justice to this topic, risk management. Thank you. So we are at the whiteboard now. On right there at the top, what we have here is the definition for risk management. So what is risk management? Risk management is as simple as identifying, assessing, and controlling risk, okay? So that it eradicates any form of threats it has against the organization's goals and objectives, okay? So risk management is a process where we identify risk, we assess risk, we control risk, okay? Any kind of threats to an organization's goals and objectives is said to be risk. So it could be threat of financial uncertainty, it could be threat from strategic management errors. So maybe the leadership of the organization has made an error or they made a mistake, okay? It could be threats from legal liabilities, okay? All these kind of threats can be sources of risk. Okay, so again, risk management is the process of identifying, assessing, and controlling threats to an organization's goals and objectives. Of course, goals and objectives of organizations will range from making profits, okay, to increasing their customer base, okay, to becoming a brand leader, okay, to becoming market leader. All these goals and objectives of the organizations, okay, can be subject to threats. And such threats needs to be identified, needs to be assessed, and needs to be controlled. And that is risk management. Okay, so today we are profiling a 6-step approach to risk management. And this 6-step approach is simply about asking and answering 6 basic questions. Okay, 6-step approach to risk management, where we would ask 6 questions and answer these 6 questions. Question number 1 would be, what are we trying to do? Are you trying to manage risk? The first question you should ask yourself is, what are we trying to do? That question immediately leads you to give an answer by setting objectives and by understanding the scope and context of the organization or of the project at hand. What are we really trying to do? To manage risk, this is the first thing we need to know. It needs to be clear what we are trying to do. Our objectives has to be clear. The scope needs to be clear. The context in which we are working in needs to be clear. So first step of risk management is setting clear objectives by answering the question, what are we trying to do? So the second step of risk management is, what might affect us? Second step, question number 2. Excuse me, please. What might affect us? So, at this junction, we begin to identify different types of risk that may affect us. That's the second step, okay? What might affect us? Risk identification, which means we begin to identify the threats to the organization's goals and objectives, okay? Question number 3. Which of those factors identified are important? Which of those factors identified in question 2 are important? So here we look at the likelihood and impact, okay? What is the likelihood that this will happen? And if it happens, what is the impact, okay? And that's question number 3 there. Then, yes, for question number 3 as well, we are going to have a risk assessment in terms of what is the likelihood that this will happen. And if it happens, what is the impact? We need to have a high negative impact, or will it have a high positive impact? What exactly will the impact mean? That we will lose our customers? Will the impact mean that we will lose some money? Okay, so that's the answer to the question. Which of those factors identified are important? Question number 4. How should we do about it? Okay, how should we go about it? What should we do about it? Sorry, what should we do about it? Question number 4. And then, like I said, when we talk about risk, if it's a good risk, then we know that we maximize it and we exploit it. Okay, we exploit the situation. And if it's a bad risk, there's so many things to do. We can avoid it, we can prevent it, we can reduce it, we can minimize it, we can transfer it, or we may just have to accept it. And that's the fourth step, please. Well, step number 4, what should we do about it? Okay, good risk, maximize it and exploit the situation. Bad risk, avoid it, prevent it, reduce it. Okay, question number 5, did it work? Did it work? Here you confirm the effectiveness of the corrective measures. Okay, our actions may not lead to the results we want, so we may have to modify. Okay, and question number 6, the last question, last step for risk management, you have to sit down and say, what changed? Did anything actually change? We should at this point remember that projects or even the business environment itself is dynamic. Okay, so new risks might come up and those new risks must be spotted. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, 6 steps to risk management where you ask basic questions and you answer those questions. Also, I would like to emphasize that using this 6 questions approach to risk management helps us to cut out unnecessary bureaucracy. Okay, this is a very simple approach to risk management and you can cut out unnecessary bureaucracy. And again, whether it's a complex project like man working on the moon, or a simple project like you moving from office A to office B next door, the 6-step approach to managing risk is very workable. It's very doable. So we run through it again. The first question, if you want to manage risk, first question, what exactly are we trying to do? Set your objectives. Make sure the objectives are smart. Make sure that you understand the scope and the context with which you are working in. First step. Second step, what might affect us? What are the things that might affect us? Therefore, you identify the risk. Okay? Oh, not enough money, that's a risk. Finance. Oh, not enough manpower, not enough employees, that's another risk. Okay, then you identify all the things that may affect you. Second step, risk identification. Third step, which of those factors identified are important? Again, you look at the likelihood. What are the chances that this will happen? And if it does happen, what will be the impact? Okay, is there high chances that it will happen, but when it happens there's a low impact? Or is there low chances that it will happen, but when it happens there will be a high impact? Question number 4, what should we do about it? If it's a good risk, like I said, maximize the situation, exploit it. If it's a bad risk, prevent it, reduce it, avoid it, okay, or transfer it. Then you have to ask yourself the 5th question, did it work? Try to evaluate the effectiveness of the corrective measures. Okay, the actions may not lead to the results that we want, but we can always modify. And lastly, you ask yourself, what's changed? Remember again, it's a dynamic business environment, so another risk may come up, and therefore we should always be monitoring and controlling. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. That's the lecture on risk management. As you know, we always like to hear from you. Please send us some feedback at info@idpsconsults.com. We love to serve you better. Are you an African anywhere in the world? You know that we have a passion that Africa must develop. So if you're an African anywhere in the world, keep doing everything to make sure that Africa is united, and keep doing everything to promote the African continent. Africa must develop. Thank you. So in English language, I like to say thank you. In Dutch language, I like to say thank you all. Yoruba language from Nigeria, West Africa, I like to say eshe. Bye.